back to my channel, my lovelies. Today, honestly, I'm gonna give you a really quick, straight to the point tutorial on my everyday makeup routine. So yeah, let's just hop straight into this video. Honestly, I have like a pimple going on here. Well, it's trying to go away. It turned into a whitehead and I just didn't bust it because I don't want to make a scar. So I'm just gonna leave it there. So hopefully I can give myself a good enough coverage to cover this. So I'm just gonna jump straight in because I literally don't have time. Okay, so an eyebrow pencil. I use pomade also. This is Anastasia, and granted, I fell in love with this, but this is kind of, it's not difficult to me. This is what I started with, but it's difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like I have an artist hand. So eyebrow pencil is the first best thing you can get. It's easy to draw on. It helps and guides you, and it's just easier to use. So I have this eyebrow pencil in the shade Espresso. So it's like a deep brown, but it gives that black look. So I'm just gonna take a tad bit and I'm just gonna literally, let me see if I can move you guys closer. I'm just gonna literally go right under my eyebrow where my arch is, my natural arch. And essentially all you're doing is just making it fuller and giving it a sharp look. Because you see how right here, like I have no hairs there, and that's just natural. So essentially when you do your eyebrows, all you're doing is just enhancing what you already have. So you're not doing too much there. Okay, so I'm just doing the outline just like that. And you can always, don't worry if you like mess up somewhere, because you're gonna go in with concealer and you're gonna conceal that. So it's like an eraser. And now I'm just gonna do the top. And I tend to do a more lighter when you get to the top of it. I just like to go in lighter than the back of it. Now I'm just gonna fill it in. And you see how I'm going up in the frontward? Now we're gonna fill in the back. Now we're gonna take our spoolie part and we're just gonna blend everything in, so it's not looking too harsh. And that's literally it for me. You can go longer or you can color in more. It's all your own preference, but this is great for me. I like the natural, not too much eyebrow. So that's literally it. And I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna try to go really quickly because, like I said, I have somewhere to be, and this video is not gonna, I don't want a long video. So, yeah. Honestly, I had a hectic week. I've been in the hospital twice. I drove my kids up to Chicago yesterday, and I spent the night at my parents'. I just feel like I've been busy all week, honestly, which is a good thing. Not complaining, I'm just acknowledging it. Okay, and we're gonna shade it in to my liking. And use the spoolie again. And just blend, blend, blend. Blending is key everywhere. For makeup, blending is key. So And that's pretty much all she wrote. Extend this part right here and go upward. So this is pretty much it for me. Like I said, it's your own preference, but that's the guide basically. You're just guiding your natural outline. If you want thicker or longer, solely up to you. So we see how I like went up too far on this one. I feel like everyone feels like you're never gonna get both of your eyebrows looking the same. So they're sisters, just not twins. So I'm gonna go in today, let me see, with this concealer from Tarte. Love it. And honestly, I'm gonna take a brush like this. You see how I got it so pointed from the concealer. Once you get the concealer on now, you just basically go in and point, get it on the edges like this. And then you just go under where you want to clean up. Just like that. Now I'm just taking the excess product and taking it downward, because essentially I'm going to use this to be my primer for my eyeshadow. So I'm just patting it in lightly, and while I'm doing that, I'm just taking it down. Okay, and I usually, if I can find it, where is a different one? I like to go in at the top with a different concealer that's more of my shade, and take it over this just to give it the contrast that I want, because I really just want the back of the eyebrow highlighted. You'll see when I put the eyeshadow on. Okay, I'm gonna do the top, and then we're gonna do the same thing to the next. Okay, then I'm gonna blend this side out just so you guys can really see. So the key is here, you want to just pat lightly. We don't want to pat too hard, because essentially if you do that, if you pat too hard, you will start to like make the product go away. Like you would pat it away, because you're patting it so hard into the brush itself that it would, you know, it's just gonna just soak it all up. So we want to just go in really lightly and gently and pat. And again, the key to makeup is blending, so don't rush it. If it's not looking the way you want it, just keep blending. Okay, same thing at the top. And I take the edge of it, and you see how I'm pushing it into the other side. Just like that. She wrote. I actually can make this a tad bit longer on the back. Just like that. And she's all done. And now we're just gonna do the same thing to this one. So I'm gonna finish at filling this one in a tad bit in the front. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the concealer to clean it up. Okay, now I'm gonna take the darker shade again and put it here. Okay, we're gonna blend. And we're essentially just pulling it down, taking it down all the way on the eyelid. I like to use concealer to do my eyeshadow. So I use the concealer on here down as my primer or my base to put my eyeshadow on. And essentially the primer or the concealer is just gonna make the eyeshadow more pigmented. And again, guys, blending is key. You want everything to look like a union. One band, one sound. Okay, and I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna start my eyeshadow now. First I'm gonna take some setting powder and just take it in my eyebrow. This essentially, I learned this trick from I forgot her name, something Kita on YouTube, but essentially it's just making it lighter. So it's giving that contrast, basically. Dimming it in the front and darkening, leaving it darker in the back. And I'm just gonna brush through that. Okay, eyebrows done. On to the eyeshadow. So my neutral palette, I'm just gonna take that one, and I'm gonna take this shade on first. Oh, sorry. Let me get my brush. Take a brush like this. Take some product. Tap it off. That's essentially how I prep my brush for the color, because I had other colors in here. And then we're just gonna work our way up the brow. I like to start from the back and just work it in. We're gonna take it all the way up, leaving just like a tad bit so we can have that highlight effect. Just like so. I wish I had some tape. And done. Okay, and we're just gonna do the same thing to this one. Start from the back and just work our way up. Okay, got the base color down. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut my crease. This may be too much for beginners, but if you're not scared to try it, I do recommend just trying it, because once you get the idea of I can't do that, that's too much, out of your head, you'll perfect it really quickly. Just gotta go for it. So now I'm just gonna literally go up where you see my crease, my lid is. It stops right about here, and I'm just gonna go up and I'm gonna carve it out basically. Taking it all the way down. Now we're just gonna blend in some of that concealer so we can put the color there. And this is the most important part when you carve that, cut your crease basically. You want it to look neat. You want to take your time with it. But obviously I did this a couple times, that's why I'm moving so fast. But do not beat yourself up if you have to take, it's gonna take you longer, your first and second and third time. I still struggle at this, literally. I've been doing makeup for about 4 years now. So it's gonna be a struggle. Every day is not gonna be perfect makeup beat, just to let you know. But every day you will perfect something else, so it makes it easier. Okay, just like that. And now we're gonna cut the other one. Then we're gonna put the product, the eyeshadow. Okay, now I'm gonna blend both of them in before putting the color there. I'm gonna take a smaller brush like this one, and we're just gonna pat lightly. Again, we don't want to take the product away, we just want to blend it. Essentially, I'm just helping this set in place so I can go in with the color. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Just like that. And now I'm gonna go in with, I can't open it, okay. I'm gonna go in with this color up here first. Find my brush. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the brush like so. And I'm gonna pat some of this in here. Do it again. And we're just gonna start laying it on. And you wanna do this step lightly also, because you wanna build it up. It's gonna take a couple of applies before you start seeing the color. With this specific colors, just because it's so light, you have to build it up. Okay. It looks crazy right now. You can't really see it because it's blending with the concealer, but once I put the other shade on, you'll see. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with these two for the outside of my creeps. And we're just gonna apply it right onto the outside. And I'm just gonna take it in like this, make sure it's blending together. Just like that. Do the same thing on this side. Just like that. Okay, now we're gonna take this shade again and blend everything in at the back of the crease. So grab this one, and then we're gonna go in with that one again. Just like that. And basically we're all done here. Now I'm gonna clean this up really quickly. I'm gonna take a makeup wipe. I typically normally just wait until I'm putting on my foundation and then my concealer, and I just conceal it, but I just want to do it right now. So I'm just gonna take it and take it up like that. Easy peasy. Okay. Okay, now I think I want to go in. You don't have to do this. This step is not for beginners. I'm gonna do I feel like I'm still a beginner when it comes to this. We're gonna do the other side. Okay, and we're all done with our cat eye. Moving right along, I'm gonna now do my foundation. I think I'm gonna conceal this because it's like, I don't know. But I'm gonna put a little concealer here for my bags because they are bagging today. And basically my T-zone, I really don't need it out there. And I'm gonna let that sit for 2 seconds. That's all Tarte needs to dry, not long at all. And I'm gonna go and put the brushes, some of these brushes back. Okay. So while I'm letting it sit, let me explain something that I think is very important when it comes to makeup. If you are a eyeshadow only kind of person, I'm going to tell you right now that you can be a pro makeup. Like if you can master eyeshadow and eyebrows, I feel like that's the only complicated thing when it comes to makeup. Literally, once you get like both of those two down pat, doing the face is just easy. It's I don't know, like once the hardest part for me, or in my own opinion, the hardest part to me learning when it comes to makeup is eyebrows and eyeshadow. How to be just so precise when it comes to eyeshadow and blending. And then on the top of eyebrows, you know, I just don't know why they're not twins, but they're sisters. So it can be complicated and it can be time consuming. So if you're a person who can do good eyeshadow and eyebrows and not the face, you feel like, I'm just here to tell you now that you have the most complicated part down. You do. So just give it a try, girl. Okay, now we're just blending out this part. Just because I like the contrast against my face from being underneath and on top. So I'm just gonna lightly blend. You can still see it. It's gonna piss me off if it comes through the makeup, but it's fine. I like the contrast it gives my face. And when I do it under my, before I put my foundation on and on top of it, it just gives me a better coverage. So this will be a step that we're gonna repeat. I need to start recording because your girl literally I have to force myself to turn this camera on. Like, this is actually hard work. I used to look at YouTubers like, oh, they're making all that money and you know, basically not doing anything. That's how I saw it. That's exactly how I took it in. Sorry guys. I'm sorry. This is hard work. Like being dedicated to YouTube. Soldiers. Okay. Now for my foundation, I'm going to use Fit Me by Maybelline. This is the matte poreless, and this color is 340. This is my summer color, so I'm actually going to use some 334 also with it and just mix it in because the sun should be going down pretty soon. This video is already 37 minutes. Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to stop the video at all and just let it run through so I won't have to do so much editing and choosing of videos when the time comes. And we're just going to add this lighter shade on the perimeter of our face. Okay, now we're gonna blend. I'm gonna take this brush and some setting spray. And now we're gonna lightly just blend the product out. Oh, I feel like some hair is on my face from one of these brushes. And, but it's okay. It's fine. Doesn't look that bad. And we're gonna pat this all the way in our hairline. Don't be afraid. Go back, and I cracked my freaking screen the other day. I think that was Thursday. I dropped my phone, my new phone. Good thing I had a screen protector. So I cracked the screen protector, but when I just glanced at it, I just thought it was something on my phone smudged. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our concealer and do our T-zone again. Okay. I feel like one of these brush bristles are in my eye. It was. Okay. Okay, we're gonna let this sit for 2 seconds again before blending. Sorry, I'm scratching my nose. It's the brushes, sorry. They're breaking down. I need new brushes at this point. All the hairs are coming out. And my nose is set long enough. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna blend this stuff out. And again, lightly. And this is time consuming because, like I said, blending is key. So once it comes down to this, I would just say, just be very patient with it. Just be very patient, because you don't want to not blend something in and then it's looking all chunky, or it's just not appealing to the eye. So you do have to take your time when it comes to blending out this concealer. Heads up. My favorite part of makeup, I would have to say, would be eyeshadow. Because it's just so fun. It's just so fun how the colors come together and they just mix so well, and it gives me almost like a art class vibe, you know? Like, your girl was mad talented. And I didn't potential when it came to art class. Horrendous. But your girl get older and start doing makeup. Now she's a freaking Picasso. You hear me? Just painting on my face over here, doing my thing and stuff. Okay, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done with this part. We're technically almost done with our makeup too. Like, okay, pretty much done here. Now we're gonna set this with our setting powder. What do I have? Fit Me by Maybelline. Oh, I have a new one actually. Let's use it. Anastasia. My favorite is of course, Fenty. But she does her thing too. She definitely does her thing too. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and get some of that setting powder, and we're just gonna lightly pat it in place to set our concealer. Okay, this part can get messy. So yeah, you know what they need to invent, and if anyone steals my idea and it comes out, I want my credit for it, and I want my share of whatever you get for it. But a beauty blender that has setting powder in it already. So essentially, you just buy them and you just that would be. Don't steal my idea. Let me go get me an investment. Investor, so somebody can invest in my idea. Because I already know I'm finna see them everywhere now. But no, yeah, that would be dope. Literally. Wouldn't be all of this mess. Look at my hands. Like, yeah. And it gets on your clothes. It's just a pain. On your floor. This is the toughest part, doing the nose. Okay, we're gonna let this sit for 2 seconds. I'm gonna get my laundry out and I'll be right back. We're gonna push this away. Okay, now we're going to contour. Okay, and we're gonna always brush the contour up into the concealer. Never brush it down. I don't know what's gonna happen if you do. I've never done it. But if you like whatever it does when you do it, if you happen to be one that want to be adventurous, it's up to you. Okay, now we're gonna cut the jawline out. Just like that. And we're gonna wipe this right away. I don't like to let this one sit. Just because I feel like it does what it needs to do in the nick of time of me putting it there. My hands are terribly messy. My vanity is also so glitchy. I just can't see it. Okay, now we're gonna dust this off. Just like that. I feel like this is, I don't know. Okay. Now we're gonna go in with powder foundation. You don't have, you can skip this part if you like how the look, your makeup looks without it, but I like it, so I'm gonna grab my Makeup Forever powder foundation and take my brush, pat some on there, and I'm gonna just go over here so this can blend more with my actual foundation, and it's not throwing it off too much. So you see how subtle it made it? That's exactly what we want. Everything to come together as one. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and conceal my nose because for some reason I skipped that part. I'm not too sure why. And grab our foundation stick, is what it is, from Juvia's Place, but I use it to contour. And we're just gonna outline the nose. And right now we're just carving out the nose. So where I went in and put that contour, I'm just gonna clean it up. Okay, just like that, and we're gonna let that sit for a while. But while that's sitting, I'm gonna go in with my blush. I feel like I want to try one of like a pink like this today. I'm just feeling like I want the look to pop. You know, my normal one is very subtle. So today I'm just gonna try it. Should I do this pink or this one? Let's do this one. Hopefully I don't mess up my whole look. Literally mess up a makeup look in 2 seconds. Like the whole thing. So hopefully I don't do that right now. I feel like this is a cute pink though. Pretty. Not too much. This still subtle. Oh, this is gonna be my new blush. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it so bad. It's I'm dying for it right now. This is so freaking cute. You see what trying new things get you? Very far in life. So stop doing the same old boring stuff. I'm talking to myself, guys. Okay, let me brush away this setting. Okay. Just gonna go back in with the excess that's left. Carve this out again. Okay. And now I'm gonna go in with some highlight today. I'm feeling it. Most days I'm not, but today is one of the days that I'm feeling highlight. So I'm gonna go in with a little on the bridge of my nose, if I can find my brush. And of course I use the Juvia's Place highlighter. So pigmented, and a little goes a long way. I literally had this for 2 years now. What song is playing right now? I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in really quickly with some powder foundation to set everything together and bring it together and make a union. Now we are almost finished. I'm gonna do my lip combo. I need to get some mascara. I had to go pick up eyelash glue. So I'm gonna put my eyelashes on last, but I will come back and show you guys how I put them on. Look what I just did. Thanks for calling.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was a pastor's wife from one of my coworkers' church that I've been like attending. And honestly, I joined my church, my original church that I have. I love the setup of their church, but I love my pastor at my church. And I know this may sound crazy. I haven't been in a couple of months, but again, I love the pastor. I'm just winging it and trying to find a church home where I actually can get good services all the way around. Like the church I'm at right now, it's pleasant. I love it. But it's like all older people and no children. Like I'm the only one that have children. So it makes me really uncomfortable to take my children. And I can't like just throw my kids off every Sunday. I want them to grow up in a church, you know? So that's the only downfall of my church. So I visited my coworker's church, and he has the whole setup where what I'm used to basically. So where the kids go off, they go into a room and things of that nature. And I can receive the whole message. And I don't have to be conscious or thinking about like, oh, I'm the only one here with children. What do I do? My kids are crying, or they're tired of sitting and now they're, getting fussy. So it just makes me uncomfortable at my church where I'm a member at. So I'm just like surfing everywhere to see what works for me and the kids. So yeah. But yeah, funny thing is they called me or whatever, and I was going tomorrow. They'll see me tomorrow. But okay, we're almost done. I'm gonna do my lip really quickly because it is 3:42 and I have somewhere to be at 4. So I'm actually just gonna take this makeup palette and grab this black out and carve that outside of my lips. Just like so. I'm getting tired sitting here, so let me hurry. And now I'm going to take this color and put it in the inside of my lip. And we're all done. Literally, this is my go-to. Sleek, not too much, not too less, and it works for any occasion. Literally, I'm all done with this makeup look. I got my eyelashes on. That was the last touch. I did it off of camera. Sorry about that. Next time I will do the lashes on camera. I just ran out of time, honestly. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave any questions or recommendations you may have down below. And yes, thanks for checking in. Bye.